here. So this is the shaft that comes out of the electric motor, and the small gear was broken. See that it's broken right here. It's broken right there. So um, basically is installed like this, going in this way. Okay, even though this gear is fine, we're gonna replace it at the same time. Yeah, so this part right here, I think is the remnant of the old plastic gear. I'm probably gonna have to remove that. All right, so I've tried a couple different methods, like I was grabbing the shaft right after the brass piece, um, you know, and then using a needle nose to try to press right here and the back of this thing at the same time, and squeezing it out wasn't working. I tried using a knife right there because I could get it wedged right in there, and then tried to twist the knife and push. Um, it wasn't working. I didn't want to, obviously didn't want to crack or break the plastic in here, because like that I heard a little snap crackle for a fraction of a second, so I stopped doing that. And the best method I've found so far is by I think the safest method is to shave it down um, with a file. So that's that's what I'm gonna be doing. So far, I've shaved down a little bit right there. It's gonna take some time. Shave it down so I could get this brass part of the old gear off the metal shaft. I've seen so I could fit this brand new one right in here. I've seen one video of a guy where he said the guy drilled this out and put some glue in it or whatever. Um, but I don't want to do that. I'm gonna remove this brass piece from the old gear. All right, I actually had some success. Um, so what I did was, so I used this file, and I just, you know, I didn't want to be bored, so I put, some podcast on and stuff, and stand-up comedy, and then I carefully started shaving this down, and then once I got into a little bit and not all the way in, right, but fairly close to getting to the shaft, right? Um, so that's when I used, I grabbed, with one part of the needle nose, and then the other, I was able to squeeze the shaft, okay, on the left, and also squeeze on the cuticle tool, and then it slid out a little bit. See if I could just wedge it and then slide it out. Ah, there we go. Yeah, it slid out more. Good, good, good. Nice. Nice. All right, that came out completely. So this is the piece that was left on there from the old gear. Okay. Okay, you can see I filed down one side, right? Until it released the tension a little bit, and I was able to get it out. So I've seen some videos. Like these guys don't explain how they put this in here, because obviously you're gonna have the part of the old gear, which is made of brass, and it's not easy to pull out of the shaft. I don't know how they did that. Those guys never show it. but you saw how I was able to remove it. Now, this one other video though said they drilled this gear and then was able to fit over um, the brass insert that was already on the shaft. I didn't want to do that, so this is what I did, and I should be able to press it on there. I'm gonna save it for the last, because I'm gonna put the other gear in first and then do that. The other video that described drilling this gear and pressing on said this ridge part goes on the outside. All right, so I'm going to install these gears. Okay, so the first thing I gotta do is get these on. So this one right here, you gotta get the right gear. Okay, so this one is the one that has the big 16 tooth. This is for 420 SEL gas model, and this gear has 42 on the outside and 16 on the inside. That's for miles per hour version of the odometer. Miles odometer, not kilometers. On the eBay listing that I bought it from, it said kilometers for some reason, but I clearly saw that it was 16, 42, 16 on this gear, so that was for miles, and they didn't list it properly. I don't even know if those guys even know what they're even selling. Maybe not. So let's see here. All right, took that out. Now take it out one way and put it back the same way. Okay, this is the gear. It goes this way. Okay, that's fine. I do. Okay, never mind. It's about the same hardness. These gears are very soft, from what I could tell. This one isn't broken, but I'm gonna replace it anyway. All right, so that's in there. Let's set that aside, and then this one right here. Okay, took that out, and now I'm putting in the new one. Okay, very good. Yeah, I do see the difference right here. This one has like a standoff built into the gear. This one doesn't. We'll see how that works out. All right, so now let's put that together and then install it into the odometer. I'm gonna have to stand up to do this easier. Okay, so right here. Come on. This is not going well. All right, it's in there now. Okay, good. There we go. Yeah, it took me a few seconds to recognize how this goes because it's been sitting apart for like a couple weeks already. Let's see here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Looks like... Oh, okay, there we go. Okay, so I see another issue here. So, I see an issue. So, the gear is slightly different, right? So, let me see, which gear was it? It was the one with the smaller gear in the inside. So it's this black one right here, okay? This gear, okay? So the blue one on the left and this turquoise one on the right, slightly to the right. So this one has a standoff on the gear and this one does not. And so it doesn't allow the cover to go on. That is a problem right there. So yeah, this could fit only the shaft, metal shaft. It doesn't have the space for the plastic standoff that's built into the gear. So I'm gonna have to remove the gear and slice that off, which might be a problem because this black gear is actually kind of blocking it. And phaser holder. I wish I had thought about this and just cut the gear off beforehand. Yeah, that would have been much better. So yeah, all you gotta do is just spin it and then just work it in. Right. Yeah, all I gotta do is just put a little light pressure and then just spin this thing. And there we go. Came out. Oh, the whole thing came out. Oh, well, alright, here's one lesson learned. I guess you could just pull the shaft out, because that's what ended up happening. And then you could just take the gear out instead of doing it in place like I did. So anyways, that's the difference. I had to cut the for this gear right here, I had to cut the standoff that was built in. I was mistaken about it. When everything's put back together, you don't have to remove the gear on the motor. You could just pull the shaft out and then just, completely remove this gear to cut the standoff on the gear. So now I'm just gonna make sure everything's in place. Yeah, we're still good. So now I could put this back together. I mean, stuff like that is I've come to expect stuff like that when you buy stuff from like eBay or Amazon sometimes. So now everything's fitting in there properly, and everything still moves correctly. We're all good. Okay, and now I just need to put these screws back on.